Welcome back to the GameSpot stage. I'm your host, Chris Waters, and for our next 4 demos, it's like a solid block of PlayStation Vita games. Of course, the Vita showing up at the Sony press conference. A lot of cool games coming to this one. The Sony booth over here is packed with Vita games. If you have any questions on the games you're about to see, just be sure to tweet them at me to @CTWaters. Use the hashtag GameSpotE3 or hop into the GameSpot chat. I've got the room open here. It's only one of many, but keep them coming, and I'll be sure to ask them. First in our crazy all-star Vita lineup is a game called Flyhunter Origins. Joining me to talk about it now, Andrew Dayton. He's on the couch. Andrew, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, pal? How are you?
Oh, it's going good, man. I'm really excited because I've got a Vita, and it's really nice system, really powerful system, and I'm really excited to see more and more developers just showing off how great it is.
Right.
You guys, Flyhunter Origins, right on there.
Yeah, it's we have a few different platforms we were going to, so it's iOS, Android, PC, Steam, Mac, but the Vita is a perfect device. It is our game is a platformer chase game, so with the controls there, the screen is beautiful, and it is powerful enough to sort of run the graphics that we were trying to push. So it's a perfect match for us.
All right, well, we are going to hop into the game right now. Actually, we've got a demo standing by, but lay the groundwork for us here because you guys this is your first game project.
Yes.
But you've been in a different business up until then. You guys have been doing a lot of animation for films.
Well, we're still in that business.
Oh, you're still doing that too?
We're still in that business.
Paying the bills with that while you develop the game?
The 5 of us that started Steel Wool originally, we are feature film animation sort of veterans. Between the 5 of us, there's about 60 years together.
Yeah, so you guys are like, total noobs to when it comes to
just
animation.
right out of school.
Yeah, really just went behind the ears.
I'm 22, and I started 22. Now I made the game, and this is what I look like after making a game.
Game development is brutal.
No, we originally thought it's like, well, let's make a game. This sounds like a lot of fun. How hard is it?
Turns out, super easy. Anyone can do it.
I don't even show up half the time. I just send an email.
Itself.
So we were pitching ideas to different publishers, and we met our publisher Ripstone, and for some insane reason, they decided to sure, we'll give you money to make a game to a bunch of people that have never made a game before.
And so, what kind of game did you guys decide to make?
So Flyhunter it's a platformer chase game. It's a high-end. We always decided it was going to be a high-end mobile handheld console, the Vita, PC, Mac. And coming from film, the one thing we knew is, we sort of know story, we know animation, we know design, but, game design, creating a game is something that we had to learn as we went.
Yeah.
And luckily, the part of the deal with our publisher Ripstone is that they have a lot of experience, and they sort of taught us and spanked our bottom when we were doing bad things. And
is corporal punishment a good motivator for you, Andrew?
Yeah, sometimes the kind word doesn't work for me. Sometimes it is the swift kick. It's been a really interesting process. We're about to release towards the end of the summer, and on top of the 5 of us working outside of our day jobs, we have a crew of about 10 artists. Young artists. One of my partners, Joshua, and I teach at an art college, and these were some of the cream of the crop that we were able to sort of borrow from, they graduated first, and then we grabbed them. But a really talented crew. They've killed themselves and had to deal with us, because everything was after 5 o'clock at night.
They've made a horrible mistake, and it's all to your advantage.
They're too young to know better, so whatever.
All right, so we've got this little Cyclops character stepping past his own dead corpse and getting instantly abducted by a break.
So you're watching Zach, who's our protagonist. Zach starts out, he is a intergalactic janitor on a spaceship. Well, turns out the spaceship is a crew of fly hunters. Fly hunting is actually illegal, and they're a bunch of poachers. So
whoa. Poaching?
They're poaching
flies. I don't know if I can condone this kind of activity on the GameSpot stage.
They are poaching human flies. And Zach, through his genius, ejects the entire cargo and crew.
That doesn't seem like a thing that you would want to do.
No, not really.
I mean, I'm no spaceshipman. I'm no fly hunter.
See, the real problem is that the fly hunting voyage is sort of funded by an intergalactic mob. And they don't take kindly to losing the cargo, so
yes.
Zach, being the only crew member left, he has to sort of take the role of fly hunter. Hilarity ensues, adventure, platforming,
joy,
killing bugs, flies.
So the pursuit of flies, normally, let's be honest here, flies are gross and also yucky. So what does this guy do once he gets the flies? Does like fly meat go for a premium on whatever tiny person planet he comes from?
You take the fly down, and it's like, it could be an intergalactic aphrodisiac. We don't know what the purpose is for these flies. But for
Let your imagination run wild.
For some reason, they are really highly valued on the black market.
All right.
So we don't go into the backstory too much.
Listen,
about that.
when you're mob-funded poaching operations, it behooves you to not ask questions.
There you go.
All right, so Flyhunter, it's a platformer.
Yeah.
Sort of. We saw some. Obviously collecting the scattered cargo is a priority. Collecting fly bits. Also important.
There's an overall story. One of the things from our pedigree is that.
Is this a mob guy right here?
This is the mob. He's the enforcer. He's our sort of James Bondian character. If you notice, instead of sort of stroking the cat, he's stroking the maggot. So that's his evil pet.
A giant maggot is far more evil than a big white cat.
They are even more disgusting than flies. Mm-hmm. So the point of this is that we wanted the audience to really love the character, follow the story, but as you're playing the game, you're learning about the story sort of in it's not a exactly linear fashion. You sort of go into flashbacks and see what happened, and then you'll see here after each episode, there's 5 episodes, you have to go and hunt your fly. This particular one is the fruit fly, so he is fast and wily. Not a lot of strength, so you can take him down relatively quickly. But each fly has a little bit of a different balance, so this one's a little tough.
So you basically you track the fly, and then the game sort of becomes this chase, like corridor shooter type thing.
In the levels, there's sort of different motivations for each level, but generally speaking, the overall arc is yes. After each episode, you're getting to the fly to bring it down, right?
So did you guys have to really, obviously you're taking you're being very creative when it comes to character design. You got this dude with the eyeballs, you got the maggot stroking, but like, how outlandish do these flies get? You're not just, are you sticking to straightforward Earth variety flies?
They are Earth variety flies. Basically, this all takes place, our environment is like Florida Panhandle, right? So from Zach's point of view,
rich with flies.
Right. So, but the thing is, from Zach's point of view, it's this giant, expansive world, but it's really all taking place in the back of a trailer park, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll have different environments like a swamp, grasslands. You actually do get to go into an alien enemy ship. You get to go into a beehive. So there's all different worlds that Zach is traversing, all probably within in our space like 30 feet.
Did you guys have some mandatory viewings of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids to get your mindsets right for this, to get some inspiration?
Our reference is wide and deep. There is all kinds of reference we've had to take. Some of it I don't ever want to have to watch again.
Some of it was you guys just letting some fruit rot on the counter at work and then getting your magnifying glass out.
Oh, no, my favorite is the kids sending us YouTube videos of bot flies. Hey, Dayton, check this cool thing out. And then we're like, that's not right.
You're just Googling horrible varieties of flies.
Horrible varieties of flies.
No.
To see if I could get shaken by such things.
Do not like it.
Right.
No. All right, folks, just a quick reminder, we're taking questions on all of our stage demos. It's at a hashtag GameSpotE3 on Twitter or in the GameSpot chat. I'll relay them to Andrew here from Steel Wool about Flyhunter Origins. Not Origins. Is that
Flyhunter Origins? There you go.
Thank you. I doubt myself sometime, Andrew. I'm glad that you're here.
Your first instinct is always the right one, clearly.
I should go with my gut.
Go what you got, buddy.
Is that a fly thing? Guts? I don't know. All right, so it's mostly on Earth. It's mostly it happening in sweaty, humid places. Who are these characters that get themselves into this sort of mafia poaching deal? Because you've mentioned a couple times so far during the demo. The character, that kind of appeal and that animation. We're sort of seeing a little cutscene here now.
Right. It's sort of Zach is the bumbling fool that has the hero journey and then eventually becomes this legendary fly hunter. The backstory for why they're fly hunting, we don't get too much into that. We have the history, but in this game, we've sort of just it's Zach's story, right? So you do get to play as the captain of the ship, Ara, and she is sort of the no-nonsense, not very happy with Zach to begin with since she was ejected in cryo-freeze out of the ship.
That does not seem like a place she wants to be.
Not happy.
No.
Not happy.
Zach.
Angry. Confused.
So, lighthearted sort of sense of humor and like sort of this kind of goofy, almost like mascot platforming fun times. It's not,
right.
It's a genre that has maybe seen more of a heyday in other eras. Do you guys sort of conscious of that in developing this?
Yeah, when, our first title, we knew that, we can't reinvent any sort of game mechanic wheel, right? We can't do anything, and we're learning game design as we go.
Yeah.
Now, platforms, it's not that they're any easier. They're actually not. They're very hard to design for, level design.
Yep.
But choosing a platformer, we knew we had such a huge pool of inspiration to go to, sort of, the Metroidvania style of game. And with our character being a really appealing and cute, we wanted a really wide audience for this. So, I want my 7-year-old son to be able to play this, maybe not run through it really quickly. It'd be challenging for him. But
I want him to have a real hard time with
exactly.
it. I want him to come crying to me because he can't beat my game.
I want him to take the device and slam it on the floor and, get mad at me.
And then I have to buy a new one.
Right.
I don't know about your goals, man. That's weird.
But the goal is, we want to get as many people to play this. And for adults, it's, fun and charming, the story, the character. And it is a fun romp, sort of a throwback. And for the kids, all the kids that we've sort of tested this on, it sounds terrible, like we've tested this game on kids.
Tested on children.
Tested on children,
right?
Yeah. They love this character. They love sort of his story, and it's sort of endearing. It's like, this bumbling little guy that eventually gets to the point where, he achieves his dream. Not exactly straightforward but he gets there.
Very cool, man.
Yep.
So you mentioned a bunch of platforms in addition to the Vita. Let's go over it again. Flyhunter Origins.
Flyhunter Origins. We are on iOS, Android, and on the Android platform, we also, because we work with NVIDIA, we have a Tegra 4 specific version, and we are going to be on Steam for PC and Mac.
Right on.
As many places as we can get it.
When's it all coming down the pipe?
Towards the end of the summer right now.
Towards the end of the summer?
Towards the end of the summer.
All right, Andrew. Well, it's your first game project, and it's shaping up nicely. You're close to the end. I wish you luck finishing it. Thanks for coming on stage.
I appreciate it.
Showing off Flyhunter Origins.